Okay, so here's part two of working in Moodle for City. I've taken my live camera off of there because it's just wasting space, I think. I'm going to take you back through and show you how the tools actually look in Firefox, which is what you're after. So here I am logged in. You can see my name up here, and I've added a profile picture, which you could do, and I recommend you do that. Under course categories, we're going to click on South Portland. Again, it's just getting us into the place where the city course is. Professional development is the subcategory in South Portland that we want. And right up here at the top is the City 2012 Online Components section. And again, here's our Moodle Cafe. I've kind of shortened up the screen a little bit here so we can get a little bit better detail. So I'm going to go back down to that flipping the classroom section that I've started to set up. Before I do that, I'm going to have to look for a button over here to the right that says Turn Editing On. I'm going to do that so that I get the option to add resources or activities. And for most of us, I think just a couple of resources and maybe a single activity. For me, I think I'm going to use a forum for people to write some stuff back and forth. Along with a couple of resources. I think that's about all we're going to probably use. Here's what my resource page looks like currently. And again, I kind of sized this window a little too small, so we get a little closer up on it. I have put some links in here to kind of a case study of flipped classrooms that I want people to read before they come. And so these links, of course, are going to open up a new browser window or a tab, and there's an article that I want them to read, and I'll come up with something that I want them to do about that. So that's what my resource is all about, and I'm going to just use the backspace key to go back to where I was. And I started to show you in the other one how to add a resource, so I'll continue with that here, only this time we'll be in Firefox or Safari. Firefox is the better choice. And Chrome just doesn't do it because it doesn't give us all the tools. So Firefox is the browser I'm using now. I'm going to go to Compose a Web Page. Again, it lets me name one. Sample web page in Moodle. You can write a summary, but you don't need to. It shows up in a separate section, which we're not concerned about right now. And then under Compose a Web Page, you'll see we have all the editorial tools that you would expect with a little text editor, including a place to write some HTML if you want to embed something, a place to add links if you want to link out, which is probably something you're going to want to do, and of course the tools for editing the actual text. I always start with stuff that's not microscopically small, like 8 points, a little too small for me. So I'll start with a 12 point and say that here's a link. It is important, and we can put a link in there. In this case, it's a link to the YouTube video that I just created for the first part of this, and I can use these tools, which you're probably familiar with. Click on that link maker, add in the address that we're linking to, give it a little title in case people roll over it. I'm just going to write YouTube and say OK to that. And that's going to give people a link that they can click on. I could obviously type any other text I want, along with other stuff in here. You can embed videos here and so forth. You may not want to get that tricky right away, but you could do that. Okay? And then you'll have to scroll down the page, and you'll find at the bottom, and I've got the window in the wrong location, so this isn't going to show up for you. But there are two buttons at the bottom that you'll need to use. Sorry, I'm not displaying them for you. One is Save and Return to Course. The other is Save and Display. I'm going to click Save and Display. And here's the page that I just created. It looks like this. Here's a link that is important, and there's the link right there that I set. And since I know that it works, I can use either the backspace button or the back window button on the browser, or I can use the breadcrumbs up here in the little navigation bar to go back to City 12. And under Flip Classroom, now we'll see that sample web page that I just created. Okay, so there's another 5 minutes. on how to work a little bit in Moodle. Again, give me an email if you're trying this and it's not working right for you. And if we get a chance to, we'll maybe sit together in the same room here in the next week or so to give people ideas on how to work with this a little more robustly. Okay, see ya.